Party, party, party all night long. Party, party, we like to party, 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 never go home. Party, party, we like to party, party, party all night long. Party, party, we like to party, 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 never go home.
What's up, everyone, and welcome back to episode 117 of the Ball Talk Pod. Joining me tonight, as
Ball
always,
talk.
we have Chriso. Chris,
Ball talk.
what's new?
Ball talk. Ball talk. What's up, guys? I kind of felt like as I was saying that, I sounded like the birds that go, mine. I'm good. I know I feel a lot better than you physically. Yeah, because you got some
Almost broke my rib at
bruises
the
going
leg.
on. Yeah, so I feel physically, I feel really good. So, but I know you've got a lot. You got a big weekend this weekend, so we didn't get to play basketball this weekend. And let me say, I did not play good either day. So you missed the spectacle.
Saying I wasn't there to motivate you.
I do. I feel a certain, I would say, requirement or pressure to play better when you're around.
Did they ever get 10 on Tuesday?
We barely got, and then some guy left, so we had to go down. We played one game of full court. Some guy left. We were back down to half court, which I don't mind half court on Tuesdays. I'm already tired for Monday, so yeah. But how are you feeling? You feeling any better? You got anything going on in your life? I never asked you. I should ask you more.
You never asked me anything. No, I fell on a boat and thought I broke my rib this weekend. Didn't, I don't think, because I can breathe and have started improving, but I'm not going to show it on here, but I have massive bruising all up and down my right side and on my elbow. I don't know if you can, like, my elbow is like discolored.
Yeah.
So that was fun.
I imagine that's going to move all over your body.
Yeah, I'm just going to be a different shade.
Well, I just remember that like Anna Lane got bit one time and she had a bruise that like moved all the way down her arm.
Maybe. I don't know.
It'll be interesting.
But didn't play basketball this week. Haven't worked out this week. Trying to heal up because we're headed to Maine, America tomorrow for a buddy of ours, Christian's wedding. Christian and Carly, friends of the pod.
Give me
And-
your best Manian accent.
Maine.
It's Maine, isn't
We're
it?
going to Maine.
We're going to Maine, isn't it?
Let's keep the main thing the main thing.
That's right.
Yeah. So I expect most of people to speak like that when we're up north. First time in Maine, so that'll be exciting. That'll be exciting because my mom, as you know, is a big get to 50 states kind of person, which
She's done
accomplished it.
Yeah.
I'm playing catch up, not mustard. So yeah, we'll check one off, and then I'll check another one off when we go to Michigan in about a month. So big couple weeks coming up for the
Did you hear
checking
that?
the states.
I'm starting to hear the thunder of football season. Maybe that's just my head, but it feels mighty close.
It is.
Have
Close.
you
We're like
been
23 days
digesting?
away.
Have you been digesting any football content?
I watch most of the Sooner Scoop stuff, all
Sure.
of Eddie's sights and sounds of practice, Oklahoma breakdown when I have time,
Yeah.
and yeah. So yeah,
Any like
Decent.
NFL stuff? Because I always find myself, I watch the first episode of Hard Knocks, maybe the first two episodes, get really invested in somebody, and then by the end, by like season or episode 3, I'm just like, I just
They're
want real
cut.
football. They're cut, and I just want real football to start. You know what I
I
mean?
remember when we lived together and it was the Cowboys' turn. That Kamara dude, we all got really behind Kamara and wanted him to make not the running back, but some defensive line.
Right.
I wonder what he's up to.
Probably something awesome. What about that? You remember the guy in the Browns, Baker's year, the guy who loved crystals? Then he got cut. They spent all this time watching this guy, and then he got cut.
Yeah, it's almost sad. It's a hard thing to watch. And they even the Seahawks are it right now, and they talked about they had Mitch Johnson, the head coach of the Spurs, on, and he like came out and basically like admitted, not that this was shocking to anyone, but that they tanked for Wendy. Like they purposely like redistributed their wants and desires for their season to get one of the dirtiest players that's ever played the game of basketball. But,
Yeah. Dirty organization, dirty coach.
yeah.
That sounds like to me.
Started planning some fantasy football drafts, so that's fun.
Who's number one on Ben Osborne's big board?
If I had to choose one person
A single
for-
person.
for
That's
my
how it
big
works.
board? I'm probably going Tom Brady.
Whoa, he's out of retirement. Ben's taking Tom Brady out of the booth,
Yeah.
placing him on the field
Yeah, going Tom
with
Brady,
a chance to win the Super Bowl.
followed by Ray Rice. Gonna kick some people's butts this year.
I was about to say 2 different kinds of kicking.
No, I haven't really gotten. I really have not gotten as much into fantasy football this year as I have in the past, which is probably a sign of maturity and development. And, my frontal lobe is fully formed, I guess.
Finally fully formed.
But the
at
thing
the
is,
age
it's
of 30.
like, hey, Ben's not as into fantasy football. And comparatively to what I was, yes. Comparatively to the general masses, I'm still well above average. So,
Sure, well above average.
Yeah.
I would say even well above average for the fantasy groups, the fantasy leagues that we're in.
you're saying I'm one of the best in the leagues we're in?
I would
You hear-
say
you hear
not
that,
one
all
of
my
the
league
best.
mates?
You don't ever actually win the league,
No, I rarely
Always are-
win.
but you're very into it above other people.
Well, it's like a charitable thing for me,
He writes it, puts it on his taxes
Yeah,
every
it's a
year,
tax
pays $20.
Yeah.
Yeah, here and there. So-
No, we'll see. We'll see. I think this time next week I'll have my first fantasy football draft, which I know all of our people are very excited to hear about. Before we get into some more football, Chris, there's news that Ball Talk must touch on, and it's not news that we were going to talk about until it dropped today. We did not
We
know
must
it was
address it.
kind of a somber day, a bittersweet day, at least in the Oklahoma City Thunder world fandom, whatever. Russell Westbrook has retired after 18 NBA seasons. And
Beautiful NBA
sucks.
seasons.
It makes me feel really old.
How old were we when he was drafted?
2008, I was 12.
Yeah. And he played in the league for 18 years. I've never done anything for 18 years besides live. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? You know what I mean?
Breathe.
That's a long time. And he did it at such a high level.
Yeah, and I think the thing that's cool about it is they came out and reported that he had offers from the Kings and the Wizards to play this year, and he just was like, "No, I'm done," which is very
Go out
Russell
on his own
Westbrook
terms.
The
Yeah.
video that he posted is, I think Michael B. Jordan narrates it, and it's like all these questions about Russ throughout his career, and he never answers any of them, which is very poetic because
Yes.
he didn't love the press. But it's, like I said, it makes me feel old. Like, I remember last year he was playing for the Kings, and if you remember, the Thunder played the Kings like all 4 times in the first month of the season.
So fast. No, I think we played him 5 because didn't we play them for the
I don't
cup
know
as
if they were a
well?
Cup. I can't remember. But regardless, we got all of the games out of the way early, and I remember the last game against the Kings, I was debating. It was like a Tuesday night, 7 p.m. ho-hum game, and I was like debating selling the tickets. Not that I think I could have got a lot for it, but we had just gone through the playoff run. We were trying to, I was trying to not get my wife burnt out on basketball that early in the season. But I was like,
For
this
a
might
Tuesday
be,
night Kings game.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I remember like vividly thinking, I was like, this might be the last time I see Russ play. So I
Mhm.
need to go. And I'm glad I did. Not that it was anything crazy, but he's given me some of my favorite memories as a sports fan, not just NBA fan. I mean, if we did a list of my top Thunder games, a lot of them involve him, even with the championship run and what the team's been recently. And I just, I think they should retire his jersey October 22nd, because that's more news for the Thunder. We do have some of the games. The full schedule will be released tomorrow, but we do have opening week. So we start at the Spurs, and then the first home game is that Thursday against the Nuggets. And part of me just thinks that the Oklahoma City Thunder should not play a regular season basketball game at home when Russ is no longer an active player without his jersey hanging in the
I
I
agree.
don't think it'll be that day. I think
I was like, but the question is like, how fast does somebody get retired? That would be the fastest ever, I would assume. Like a couple months after he retires, they hang up his jersey, which is and it should happen.
and no one's worn it. They've technically retired it. It just hasn't been like lifted to the rafters.
Right.
Nick Collison's looking a little lonely over there.
There were some guys like Russ and others who are going to be next to him pretty soon.
Yeah,
It's really cool.
Like, there's a lot of people that'll come, and the Kevin Durant conversation's there, but I don't want to get into it.
But yeah, back to Russ, like this 18 seasons, full of memory, full of heart. He's one of those players that just like played balls to the walls every night. And it was evident in Denver 2 years ago. And even on this like Kings team, he was like a big part of their energy. And to bring that for 18 seasons is nothing to like dismiss. That's really impressive.
Yeah, I think he was one of the people that leaned into the like, anytime I step onto the floor for an NBA game, it could be the person's first time seeing me play.
Yeah.
And I wanted them to remember me in a specific way. And he did things his way, which rubbed people the wrong way. But I mean, like what he did with when Kevin left, and how we speak about Russ now is how everyone used to speak and thought we'd be speaking about Kevin till the end of time. And the roles reversed. He stayed. And then not only that, like Russ could have walked the next year. And if that happens, the Thunder, he doesn't win MVP. He doesn't stay and we trade for Paul George. If we don't trade for Paul George, we don't have Shea and Dub and like this team. I mean, like, obviously there's a lot of trickle down effects for that. And Presti would have figured something out. But if he doesn't make those decisions, we're not in this like fantasy land of Thunder basketball right now where we're like, can't do anything wrong except be, an alien with half our team injured. But what he did when he signed back, and like, I mean, we've talked about it. He's involved with the soccer team, and he just, you can tell to this day he appreciates Oklahoma City. The first game that he came back, I think I've cried at Paycom twice, and it was the night we won the championship and the night that Russ came back with the Rockets and they played his tribute video. It
was awesome. I cried too. Yeah.
And so it's just like,
only time I've ever cried.
You didn't cry at Game 7?
I've never cried. Except for that moment. Not in basketball, just at all.
Oh, in your whole life. That's
never cried.
If anyone was at my wedding, they've seen you cry. So.
I've never cried. I wholeheartedly deny it.
Dude couldn't get out a speech because he was crying.
No, I was drunk.
We weren't there.
No, I mean it's just really emotional. He's a guy. I would say he was a lot of people's in Oklahoma's reason for falling in love with the Thunder.
Or just basketball.
Right. But like, the Thunder came, Russell gave his all, like you said. Every night was somebody's first night to watch him. And he went out and gave it his all. And a lot of people in Oklahoma fell in love with basketball, with the Thunder, because of him, and are still in love and get to enjoy this championship because of what Russell Westbrook, did on that court, which is pretty amazing, which is a pretty special legacy that he's leaving.
Yeah, it's like I put this in a chat today, and only our friend Breek responded, but it's like, would you take Shea or Russ all time? And technically, if you look at it all time, Shea has the championship and a multi-time MVP. Russ has the one MVP, no championships, but he does have the counting stats, which is a longevity thing. But like, Shea's the greatest Thunder player of all time, but Westbrook was like the initial I mean, they retired Carlson's jersey because like he was like helped build the foundation. Russ is the foundation, Without Russ, none of this happens. I don't know if he'll get a statue. It'd be sick if he did. He has a lot of great poses. But I think one of the news stations posted this, but they need to rename one of the streets that will, like, probably the one, is it Reno, that goes north of the stadium between them and, like, it's north of Paycom, south of where the new stadium will be.
Yeah, because it's Reno, and then Oklahoma goes on the south side.
Yeah, they need to rename one of those, like, Westbrook Way or something like that.
They should do that to Oklahoma. Because Oklahoma it's kind of like a new street they built anyways, I feel like. So I feel like they could just like
it just needs to be one that's like we're 2 years away from the new arena. Like, it needs to for sure touch the new one. But the thought might be that maybe they do the one between the two because it's like, well, he played at Paycom,
Right. Yeah. That's a really cool idea. And I think
Dallas has like Nowitzki Way, like stuff like that.
It's not just what he did in terms of basketball for Oklahoma City. He's reinvested time and time and again, or he's invested time and time and again into the city itself. And the latest example is the football or the football team that's coming, the soccer team that's coming. And so, like, all those things combined, he deserves to have 2 or 3 streets named after him, and maybe
rename it Westbrook City, and I wouldn't be upset.
For a day or whatever. Yeah. Like, do you think, because the mayor gave all the players who won the 2025 championship a day, do you think they will give Russell Westbrook a day? Maybe with the day they retire his jersey will be like Russell Westbrook Day or whatever.
So he already has a day.
Oh, he does? Well,
when he signed back,
I know.
He signed back. It was Russell Westbrook Day in Oklahoma City. Now, I don't know if you can like double down and get multiple days, but
it's the least we could do.
If anyone's gonna get it, it should be him.
Yeah.
But I think they'll do something. I don't know if like the Thunder don't feel like statue people.
We should be though. We need one of Russ.
I agree, and it's cool. It's like something like it's not just about like the basketball team. It's like this is cool for the city, where it's like
the culture.
Have you been to the Continental Coliseum and seen, like, gotten a picture by the Westbrook statue? Or
we've both been to American Airlines in Dallas and saw the Dirk statue. It's awesome.
It's amazing.
It's really cool. Like, as much as I don't like Dallas sports in general,
makes a stupid franchise feel more important than it is.
Right, 100%. Like, that Dirk statue is cool. So give Russell one of him, just like Yeah,
Yamming.
his iconic, like just Russell murdering a backboard, murdering a rim,
Or him
right?
hitting the
Yeah, that'd be fun too.
When he
Him
danced
dancing
with Campaign.
campaign. Yeah, I mean, just such a cool time in Oklahoma history. Has kind of closed that chapter. So very, very cool.
I can tell you this: I will not be selling my tickets for the night that Russell Westbrook gets his jersey.
No, yeah. Or it's lucky to have season tickets for that night specifically, for sure.
It'll be
Yeah.
cool. I'm excited for it. Well deserved. We all knew it was coming. We just, you never knew if it was going to be this year. You knew it was like a year or two away.
All right, and he's
Um,
going to do really cool things after basketball too.
already has.
Like, yeah. So my sister Beth came over for lunch or for dinner, not for lunch, and we told her about it. Me and my wife Grace, and she was like, "I said 18 years." She said, "Is that a long time?" And I was like, "Yes." I was like, most guys don't make it. Like that longevity of 18 years
I think
should
the
not be
average is
overlooked.
like less than 3 or 4 years.
I was gonna say like most guys struggle to make it 5 years, right? And then it was just like it just feels so. Beth even said like, it's like LeBron James, is he like ruining how people view longevity in the NBA? I said, yeah, a little bit. It's guys like him, Steph Curry, KD, who have played in the NBA for so long and been efficient in the NBA for so long that it's like Russell Westbrook's like LeBron James is still playing, but Russell Westbrook's not. 18 years is crazy long to play like good.
Well, Andy,
basketball.
like we said, he went out like he didn't go out on the end of a bench.
No.
Like he had offers to continue to play, which is very Russ. But it's like I said, it's a bittersweet day. Like I'm excited to be able to celebrate him now because we were
Mhm.
never gonna fully. I mean, we gave him the tribute video when he left, but we were never gonna fully celebrate what he's done until he was done playing, and that's here now. And I'm excited to see what the Thunder do.
Yeah.
So
Grace even asked, "Do you think he's gonna move back to Oklahoma City?"
he's a Cali guy. He might have a house here.
I don't
know.
think
Shit.
so.
Like, I don't think
Well,
he's
I don't
sending his kids to
know.
Heritage.
No,
Or
I
Cassidy.
said, yeah, he's a Cali guy.
Yeah. Well, shout out Russ. Excited to see what this next chapter is for him, and we'll be there for the retirement of his jersey whenever that time comes. So there's your Thunder talk for the evening. Like Chris said, we are full steam ahead into football season, and appreciate Bill and Matt for coming on last week to give their top games.
Lots
This week,
of positive feedback from those guys. Maybe they should take over for us.
maybe we just
people
have
loved it.
different generations of ball talk.
Yeah.
We have like we're ball talk, and they're ball talk.
Why are they higher?
It's just like an old man voice. Get out of my yard.
I get it. You damn kids.
My hip.
I get it. I
My hip.
hear it now.
I'm like, my ribs.
can't get up.
Yeah. The Life Alert pod.
The Life Alert pod. I think we have something there.
We'll trademark it. But we are going to rank. There's 12 football games scheduled for the 2026 football season. Which, by the way, they did announce today that OU's playing week 0 next year.
I hate that.
We're playing week 0, I think, and then we play SMU at Arlington at Cowboy Stadium next year. So a little scheduling
On week
update.
0,
No, at home week 0, week 1 we're in.
is that considered a home game? That's at Jerry World.
We can worry about that after we win this natty this year. Chris, we'll go kind of quick-ish because I do have to be up early to catch a flight. So, but we'll still give you guys your money's worth. Give me your number one game you're most excited about for the 2026 football season.
I've been thinking.
And I
about
will
it.
say it's a really good schedule. There's a lot of really good games this year.
I think it's a front-loaded schedule. I feel like we'll know a lot about what this team can do, a lot about where their aspirations truly lie at the beginning of the season. Don't you think?
I mean, by the Texas game, you'll know if we're real or not.
Right, 100%. Like we'll know what we're all about. I would say that my number one game comes September 12th, Ann Arbor, Michigan versus the University of Michigan.
Is that because we're going?
I think a portion of it is because we're going, but like I think it's also like it's like the first litmus test. Like how excited should I be for the rest of the season? We're gonna be there. We're gonna cheer them on. I'm gonna cheer on every game. But like that second game, what are we made of? How much thought should I put into this team the rest of the season? And not to say if we lose that game, we're not going to make the playoffs or anything, but because we still might.
It's a lot harder.
But it gets a lot harder. I'm excited because it'll be like meaningful football. Later that day, we'll get to watch Ohio State beat Texas. Like, I think that's going to be really good. So if we beat Michigan, Ohio State beats Texas, I mean, it's going to be a wild day in Michigan.
Yeah, like it's going to be funny because we're going to be cheering against Michigan fans during the day, and we'll probably be cheering against them at night because we'll each be cheering for the other's rival to beat the rival.
Yeah. So I mean, and it's just and it's mostly because it's a lot because we're going, and I think that's going to be just.
It's a bucket list stadium. So.
I mean, isn't it the biggest stadium in the country, NCAA wise?
I think so.
Yeah, I mean, it's just.
If not, it's one or two. So
the weather is going to be beautiful. I hope. I think it's going to be an all-time experience. So that's a part of it. But really, I think like they have a new coach, they're doing a new system thing, whatever. I think that I'm going to learn a lot about this team on September 12th, and that's what I'm really excited for. So that would be my number one.
Yeah, I think that's fair. Let's just do a combined list, but we'll just go every other.
Okay,
so that's
sure.
number one. And honestly, it's easy for me to say that because that's my number one as well. Major contributing factor, we will be there.
Yes.
Number two for me, we're going to the Cotton Bowl, Texas this year, just because.
I can get behind that.
I mean, every year they're number one a lot of the time, but with us going to Michigan, it trumps that a little bit. Texas at the Cotton Bowl, OU has to win this game, in my opinion. Brent needs to win this game, regardless of what happens before. Yeah, a touchdown would be great, but Texas is obviously very highly thought of going into the year. OU's like 8 or 9 in a lot of polls I'm seeing, which is the first time in a while I've seen OU as a top 10 team, really since Brent took over. People are considering this a true top 10 team. And so with that, I think it's going to be a great game, 2:30 kick. And it's the best rivalry in college football. And two great teams. Texas is loaded. OU fans can talk mess about Arch and whoever they want, but Texas is a loaded football team. But OU's
every year
loaded this year too.
Right.
And I think there's been a lot of talk from Texas over the course of this, like Colin Simmons saying A&M is their rival. He doesn't view OU as a rival, which in his defense, he hasn't seen OU score a point or score a touchdown against them. But you got to go in there and just be like, yeah, we're still here. It's not like you've lost close games of the past. You've looked bad.
Handled, yeah.
And so I'm excited to see what that game's going to look like. Hopefully with a healthy John Mateer. That was a big knock last year, and we'll see.
To quote Marion Robinson, you got to go in there and drop your nuts and get a little dirty.
All-time quote.
That's an offensive lineman for OU safety said that in this year fall camp. So very cool. I was between Georgia and Texas.
So you're going Georgia 3.
I can agree that Texas, just because it's always up there.
I just think it's because you have to win
score a touchdown.
If we had won the last two, I'd be like, it's Georgia.
Sure, I agree with you. I think it's I'll ask this question because I think you're afraid to. What does this mean for Brent if he loses to Texas this year?
It just depends on in which way. Is it a close game?
We get beat. Just stop. We lose by 10 to 14 points.
If we're 2-3 and we've lost to Texas by double digits, then it's a big conversation. But if you've beaten Georgia or you've handled Michigan
and beaten Georgia,
there's a lot of potential bulletin board material games that could sway that.
Sure. Okay. I was just asking the question. Just asking.
But I do believe a lot in this team this year, so I do expect them to be at least 3-2 or really 4-1. That's kind of.
I expect them to be 5-0.
So you're going Georgia 3. Anything?
I'll go Georgia 3 because it's Georgia. I think you don't get many games now that we're in the SEC. Maybe we'll get these sort of games a lot more. But it just feels like a December game in September, a January game in September.
Yeah, and
that
if you
feels
can go
big
in and win,
and feels important.
Texas got kind of handled last year in Athens, so that's a potential
if you can go in and handle business.
I like that it's Georgia bye week Texas, so you either can kind of move past this high.
It's bye week Georgia, bye week Texas. It's not. You're right. I lied. It's not. I lied.
If you consider New Mexico a walkover,
no. Sure. I don't. I misread the dates. I thought it was 10 days. I don't know why I thought it was 10 days. But
yeah, I think those are the big 3 games for sure. I don't think there's a couple other games on the schedule that I think are worthy of being ranked, but those are the three that, like you said, will kind of define
I think,
what we
and I
think
think
of this football season.
if you walk out of Georgia with a win and you're 4-0, you beat Michigan and Georgia, you're in the
You
top
might be ranked
five.
number 1 in the country.
You might be 1 or 2 in the country. Doing some serious damage. John, and I'm assuming John Mateer's played well if we've done that.
Well, you have to assume the Heisman. So
That's what I'm saying. He's leading the Heisman polls at that point, right? Like he has to play well for us to go far. We have to run the ball too, but John Mateer has to throw the ball well, make good decisions for us to go far. And if we come out of Georgia 4-0, we're going to be ranked really high.
It'll be great for the pod.
Yeah.
Solid
what do
three.
you-
Solid top 3.
Yeah. What do you have at number 4? This is where it gets a little murky.
There are 2 games I'm between here.
I think I know which ones.
I am going to go with Ole Miss. Mainly because it'll be a 2:30 kick. The other one is earlier in the day. A 2:30 kick. I went to my sister-in-law went to Ole Miss, so she's coming up with her boyfriend and excited to have her. And it was 11 a.m. last year, so that sucked. But I tell my wife this
And
all
it
the time. It's
rained.
we just always lose to my in-laws teams. We went and watched the Ole
Not in
Miss game in
baseball.
Oxford. Lost. Hold up. Went and lost to Oxford. Or to we didn't lose to Oxford. Oxford, we won. Great time. Lost to Ole Miss. Come back the next year in Norman. Lose a kind of a heartbreaker to Ole Miss. We've lost to UT the last couple of years. We went to the A&M baseball game here in Norman. Now we did go win a natty. No big deal. But when we went with my mother and father-in-law, we lost to A&M. Every single time that I watch my team, the Spurs, my mother-in-law's team is the Spurs. My in-laws are kicking my ass. Is the bottom line.
You need some revenge.
And I need some revenge. And now, obviously, it starts with UT.
You need to get back.
But Ole Miss, November 14th in Norman. Break said I think a lot of guys are coming back.
I think we have a
into
lot
town.
of buddies who are thinking to come in. Yeah.
This is a PSA to those deciding which game to come to. It's Ole Miss.
Ole Miss.
It'll be a
Because
good time.
2:30 is kind of perfect. We'll have a tailgate before. We'll go in about, I don't know, 1:30. We'll come out at 5 or 6. We'll hang around, drink some more. Maybe we'll go to the bar. Maybe we'll have some fun. So I think Ole Miss. I think it'll be a good game. But I think what really tips it over, you hit it right on the head. The environment, the people that are going to be there, is going to be one of the best of this season. I agree with you.
Yeah. There's number 4 for me. Who's number 5?
I think I'm going to pick what you said. I think you were talking about Texas A&M.
I was.
Just because I think it's in Norman, it'll be the last home game. We'll have a really big chance to do something special, hopefully. And I think Texas A&M is going to be pretty good. They're going to be good. Their quarterback back.
See, I think people keep talking about those first 3 games, but these 2 at the end of the season, and you do have to end at Missouri. But Ole Miss and A&M, they're preseason top 10, 15 teams too. So.
Yeah, right. And so, I think that
now schedules can look very different by the end. Last year we had LSU, penciled in as
the best team
10 matchup, and then they were just awful.
Yeah, and so that will be interesting. So, but I think you're right. I think Texas A&M it would be next.
I think another as I said, this is going back to the Thunder schedule a little bit. When you're looking at what games you're looking forward to, and if you really start thinking about the weekend, the November 14th Ole Miss game and the November 21st A&M game, along with Halloween, South Carolina at home. That's fall football. That's when it's do I need a jacket? Like the best tailgate weather, depending on what time the game is, it's might get a little sunburnt, but I love the I've said this before. Give me a good quarter zip. I love a quarter zip.
You're a big quarter zip guy. I need to get some more.
I might buy one in Maine this weekend. You never know. So that's one of the reasons why I'm very excited for this stretch of games.
Yes.
And November 21st, that will have been basketball season has started. It's already been announced the Thunder play Friday night before the A&M game at Paycor.
Whoa.
Cup game
against
the Pels.
Hey, you know what? I can't say that. I can't make that noise because what I pray for.
Seen Chris so bummed about
because I can't say that because what I hope for during the tough stretch of the season, or the playoffs really, I just want a game I can shut off my brain and watch
30.
basketball where we win by 30 and Shay's not playing in the 4th. You know what I'm talking about? So I won't say that.
Yeah.
Okay. I take back my.
Okay. So there is our top 5.
Yeah.
We're 5 of 12. The next game, it's me, right?
Yep.
You just went. This is where it kind of depends. I mean, I don't want to pick like just home games. I think the next game's at Florida.
I think so too. The Swamp.
It's one of those things where, like I said, like this is a great schedule. Any other season, like we're going to the Swamp. We're not going like that's the game that you've circled, and like I'm gonna go see a game at the Swamp.
100%.
New coach John Sumrall, who people are very high on. I like it's one of those things. It's like everyone's kind of penciled OU to win that game, but we won't know how good they are or OU is really until the ball is kicked and people play football. But Florida's obviously a huge brand. Florida beat Texas last year with a not great squad, and so it's going to be interesting. I mean, like that's one of those like trap games almost, where if you get through Texas at 4-1, you have 3 very winnable games next. I mean, winnable in comparison to the rest of the SEC, and then you're at Florida before hosting Ole Miss, so it's a bit of a
and then Texas A&M.
Yeah. So I'm not saying it's like a trap game, but it's like Brent's got to make sure the boys are ready to handle business.
Sure. I agree with you.
I don't know a lot about Florida yet, but I think it's out of the games left on the schedule, that's the one that I would, in terms of importance and excited to see, that one would be my 6th pick.
Yeah.
What's next?
I think for 7, I would go UTEP, just because it's the first game of the year. I know not all of our people are going to be there, but I'm excited for football to be back. I'm excited to get a little sunburned. I'm excited to go drinking at the rugby house. Like that feels like the start of the season, and I think that's why it kind of falls at number 7. Not because of who we're playing, but because it's like something's beginning. The start of something's always the most fun.
Yeah, as long as you win that game rather handily, you convince yourself that this is...
Yes, I get to see what John Latier looks like. I'm going to see us hopefully run for over 200 yards. I'm going to see a shutout. I'm going to see a couple sacks that make me go, oh! You know what I'm talking about? So I think UTEP would be my numbers. I think number 7.
I agree with that. Or like solid pick. I like it better. I think I agree with where you're putting it. I would like it better if it was on Saturday, even though I couldn't be at either of them, because it's like the pros and cons. It's like, okay, Friday night, world's watching. You get an extra day to prepare for Michigan.
Only game in town.
But like, there's just something about like the first day and like being at the tailgate and like there's all these games going around. Like when you tailgate that, there's not even like there's nothing to watch leading up to the game. There's not even like
I know we're not even gonna like bring the trailer or anything. We're just gonna play it old school. So
an ode to the past.
I'll probably still get. I mean, I don't work Friday, so I'll probably still get there pretty early.
Hang out. I mean, like it'll still be fun, but another pro though is that you win Friday night, you wake up that Saturday, and you just get to lay on the couch and watch college football all day.
Yeah, and I will.
Hopefully, your team's already won enough. Like, get dialed into that Michigan game.
Yes, I'm watching that. Like, I'm watching that Michigan game. Like, that's the game I'm focused on.
Into Brent.
Old Brent.
Like, hey, here's the deal. They run it.
Here's what my eyes are seeing. Here's what my eyes are seeing.
Yeah.
So
we should tackle them.
Tackle. So that'd be number 7.
Number 8 for me, I would say South Carolina. I think they're a sneaky good team this year. They had a tough year last year, but a lot of talent. They return. Like they have a first round pick on the defensive end. Their quarterback was the preseason All SEC quarterback last year, Lenoris Sellers, and just didn't have the season he wanted. But like still a talented team. Former OU coach Shane Beamer's the head coach, so bringing him back to Norman. It's Halloween night. That game's either at 2:30 or 7, depending on how the season's going. They haven't officially selected the time, but I have like a distinct memory of a Halloween game growing up, and like people are in the crowd wearing random stuff, and that place will be rocking, especially if it's at night.
If it's at night, costumes, we're well on our way to the playoffs. It'll be really jumping.
So that's number 8 for me.
Number 9, I'll take Kentucky. Just because I think after Texas, it'll be nice. After we beat Texas, it'll be nice to have that kind of juice flowing into Kentucky. And I think my sister, whose husband went to Kentucky, they're gonna be in Norman for the game. So that's always fun.
Can't
to
wait
see
to
them.
boo your brother-in-law.
Yeah, well, we can do that not about Kentucky too. So I think it'll be okay.
Yeah.
He's more.
Yeah.
He's informed me. He's more of a basketball fan, anyways.
He's a Kentucky fan.
I know. So it's always fun to have one of the Stoops brothers who is not there
Coach
anymore. So his old team, and hopefully and like I said about the Pelicans, I think there is just a certain aspect of during these hard stretches of football where I just want to like watch us kill somebody. You know what I mean? At home.
And that one's either 2:30 or 7 as well. So it's like we don't have to struggle through an 11 a.m. kick. Yeah, I would say next is at Mississippi State for me. I almost feel like we have this too low. Not that I think Mississippi State is great, but former coach Jeff Lebby, they have a quarterback. I can't remember the name off the top of my head that people are very high on. Very toolsy, very athletic. Several like OU players like transferred there. Like Brennan Thompson was there the year before. He had a good year. Like there's just connections there. The AD there was the associate AD, Zach Selman. And so again, I would go to Starkville.
I'd love to see the Bell people.
Yeah. If there weren't as many great games. It's my goal eventually to get to every SEC stadium. But I would go to Mississippi State. And that one feels like a trap game, but I don't think Brent's going to want to lose to a former assistant coach that is associated with Art Briles. So,
and we'll essentially like almost torpedoed his head coaching career
before it began. That was number 9, 10. That was number 10.
No, I don't know where
10.
we're at. We
That was
have
10. We have 2 more left.
Missouri left.
In New Mexico.
So it's got to be Missouri. Can't disrespect Missouri any more than putting them, 11th.
Yeah, top 12, baby.
Top 12. I don't know. I think it'll be the last game of the season, which should be fun.
Thanksgiving weekend
is always an interesting game. So things can happen.
Yeah. We'll see if their running back's back from getting shot. No, I mean, like you were texting in a group chat like last weekend, like we're going to Columbia.
Oh, yeah, I did say that. I didn't realize it was Thanksgiving weekend.
I would be down, but we will be.
It's only like a 3.5 hour drive from Miami. So if we're in Miami, it'd be a lot easier. But I think you'll be in Austin and I'll be in
Austin. It's a Gorner Thanksgiving this year. So
yeah. So
and then lastly, New Mexico, which I've heard like New Mexico is kind of a sneaky, good-ish small FCS team, and so non-Power 4 is what I mean. And that'll be like if you beat Michigan and you come back home for that game, everyone's going to be going nuts. Like, because we didn't get to cheer on Michigan at home, it's like we have all this pent-up energy. We will be cheering in person.
I'll be tired, yeah.
But, like, the first home game after a big OU Texas win or like, after a big road
always
win,
loud.
Like, everyone's amped up. And that's a 6:30 p.m. kick, so that'll be a blast. But, yeah, basically, like, what I'm seeing is, like, 12-0s in play is my final take.
Do you want to rank? Do you want to do the schedule? Have we already done that?
We kind of have, but I'll let you run through it.
No. I did it, so we'll have you do it now. All right.
Okay.
UTEP, win or loss?
Win.
Michigan,
win.
New Mexico, Georgia,
loss.
Okay. Texas. All right. So through Texas, the first 5 games were 4-1. Kentucky,
win.
Mississippi State,
win.
6-1. South Carolina, 7-1. Florida, 8-1. Ole Miss, 9-1. Texas A&M, 10-1. Missouri,
win.
11-1.
I'll say this: if we go 10-2, I think we go 4-1 through that start, and then I think it's like a loss at Florida. Like we would lose one of those Florida Ole Miss A&M games, is what I think. But I think we go 4-1 through the first 5,
which would be awesome.
Sign me up for every day of the week.
Sign me up for 11-1. Sign me up.
Might be headed to Atlanta for the SEC championship game if that's your record. Might be detrimental to the cause.
And then at 11-1. We might not be hosting. We might get a bye. We would not
be hosting.
Which would stink.
Most likely would not be.
Do we want to lose one so we can be 10-2 and host one?
Let's go 10-2 and be ranked 8th.
I'd rather be ranked 8th. So
let's be 5th. Let's be 5th so that we play the group of 5 team that makes it.
Yes, I agree with you.
That's what we'll do.
Let's go 10 and let's go. I hope there are 4 teams that go
here's the
undefeated.
deal. 11-1 last year was A&M. They were, I think they were like the 7-10 matchup or something, and then 5. Ole Miss lost 1 game, I think. I need to go back and check. I think they've.
I don't think I can look.
They were Oregon. I think only lost 1 game, and they were the 5th seed. I'm just saying, 11-1 does like depending on the rest of the teams around the country, you could host.
Sure. Yeah. 100%.
So we'll see.
We'll see. But 11-1 sounds mighty fine to me, Benno.
Wouldn't hate it. But with that, gonna wrap it up. I got a flight to catch. Chris has a bed to sleep in, and we will be back next week to get you guys even further furtherly closer to college football. Appreciate everybody for listening. We'll talk to you again next week. See ya.
Shout out, Russ. Happy retirement, buddy.
All night long, party, party, we like to party, party.